Hello, my name is Ryan Messer, and you're listening to the Life is a Mess podcast. I hope you have a great week, or I hope you had a great week. And this week's podcast came to me when I got off out of Lyft one day and saw the beautiful sunrise that was happening. So the quote is: slow down and enjoy life, enjoy yourself a little more. Don't be so serious. Life is not a race. And so, like I said, I chose this quote because I just got out of a 6 a.m. lift and saw how beautiful the sky was. And by the way, 6 a.m. lifts are miserable. I think they're effective, but they're very early and frustrating. But again, when I stood outside, I said, hey man, that sky is really nice. Let me look at it a little bit. So then I proceeded to go to the most open spot I knew and watch the sunrise. Which, by the way, the open spot was a mall, ironically. But yeah, I just sat there and I parked my car and just watched the sunrise. And so this made me realize that something as simple as that made my whole day amazing, and all it took was 25 minutes of my time. It wasn't anything that was extensive, that cost a lot of money, that, was, it took a lot of my time, but it was just something very simple that, you know, made the rest of my day terrific. So the key to all of this was that I had to slow down. And trust me, there was numerous times where I was going to leave and do what I needed to do for the day, but I made myself sit there and I was so thankful that I did. And, I feel like that people get so caught up in the busy life schedule that they don't schedule time for themselves to actually slow down and enjoy the life that they are working really hard for. Because let's be honest, we're not sitting here just working every day and, trying to make sure, bills are paid just because it's a Tuesday or because it's what everyone says. It's because we're trying to work towards something. And honestly, if you're not trying to work towards something or for somebody else in the future, then you're going to end up going backwards anyway. But that's for a different topic. But again, you're sitting here working so hard for this life that you're living. Why not enjoy it? And so you have to take time and again, slow down and enjoy yourself. So while there's nothing wrong with, working hard, and it seems like people have so much stress and sadness due to not taking time to enjoy their life. And when people do take time to enjoy themselves, they are so worried about getting back to work that they don't enjoy the time at hand. And like I said, if you're sitting there working hard to go on a trip and you go on the trip and the whole time you're worried about coming back to work or having to come back to work later, you're wasting your time. You might as well just keep working and never take a trip. I mean, really. But again, if you sit there and relax, and things will be better. So the best way that I have found to make sure that I actually enjoy my time and relax is by writing down times to relax and having a cutoff time for the day. And so what I mean by a cutoff time is at a certain time of the day, I turn off my working part of me and just relax. And again, that's not sitting here saying, hey, I'm sitting here working on a big project and, it's 8 o'clock. I'm done for the day. But it's like, hey, around 8 to 8:30, I'm going to try my best to have all my schoolwork done, have everything I need to get done for the day done. And I'm going to sit down and watch a TV show or sit down and read a book or sit down and just relax. And that helps me tremendously because it not only am I cutting off everything, it's a consistent thing that I look forward to in the end of the day. And it ends up being to where, yeah, I'm losing an hour or two of work, but I work harder through the day because I look forward to the end. Because I know, hey, if I don't get my stuff done, then I'm gonna have to work past 8:30. Whereas if I don't, or if I work really hard throughout the day, I realize, hey, I'm just chilling. I can have a good night and just relax. So what I mean by, writing the things down to writing relaxation time into your schedule is quite literally what it sounds. Simply put in 15, 20 minutes into your schedule, or even 5, 10 minutes if you're that busy, that says, hey, this is when I'm going to relax, or this is when I'm going to just sit in my car and do nothing. Turn off the world and just be relaxed. And that's the only way for me to do it. because I've tried other ways. And, again, if you don't write things down, you're less likely to do it. And so therefore, if you say, oh, I'll get to relaxation time, it's going to be 11 o'clock at night. And you're going to look down at the clock and say, man, I didn't relax at all today. And all I did was just work all day, and now I'm stressed out for tomorrow. Whereas if you schedule the time out, you'd say, oh, I got to work all the way up to 4. And at 4:30, I'm relaxing for 15 minutes till 4:50. Or for 20 minutes till 4:50. And that's what you do. So, but again, you have to write it down in order for it to be put in the schedule. Because if not, if you just say, I'm going to remember it, you're going to forget it. And the days that you don't forget it, you're going to be worrying about it because you're going to think you're going to forget it. So it creates a bad, simple thing that's just not good. So while these methods aren't really flawless, and I admit that they're not perfect, there's days that, things get piled up, and I've found that, I just can't follow them perfect. But again, if you try to be as consistent as possible, things will work out, and you'll enjoy the time a lot more than what you did before. So again, I found that these help tremendously in making me relax and enjoy the life that I'm living. And again, you only get one life. And there's a lot of things that make it better. There's a lot of things that make it worse. If you can't sit there and help yourself, no one's going to be able to help you, and no one's going to be able to actually give you the life that you want. So, with all that being said, I present this week's challenge is write down for 3 days of the week. Write down for 3 days of the week, 10 minutes into those 3 days, to just sit there and relax. And try your best to follow it. If you don't follow it on one day, move it to the next day, and do it that day. And as always, let me know how this goes. And if it helps you make you feel better, please let me know. If it doesn't, let me know of a method that works for you. I'm always open to suggestions and ideas. So, again, this is almost the end of it. And I want to announce that next week there will be a special episode with an old college buddy of mine, and I look forward to hopefully being able to get a good little episode in. It might be a little longer than normal, but I hope that y'all get to enjoy it and that it'll go smoothly. And yeah, again, I'm really excited for it, and I hope that y'all will be also. And I'm going to try my best to continue to be more on time and be consistent with my stuff. I apologize for the past couple of weeks not being able to do it. No excuse, just I didn't do it, and I mean, as simple as that, and I apologize for it. I'm going to do the best I can to make sure I'm consistent moving forward. So, with all this being said, this concludes this week's podcast. So, thank you for listening. I hope you have a terrific week. I look forward to speaking to you next week. Goodbye.